The first thing I have on my list is explains physics. So this could be in some kind of simple and broad sense. The analogy I'm imagining is like someone says, oh, look, here's this watch. It's a watch that can teleport you to different places. And they're like, oh, that's cool. How does it work? And you go, you put it on your wrist and you press the button. It's like, no, that's not how it works. That's just how do you use it? The how it works is not explained. I think that when I say explains physics, I don't just mean like, oh, there's, in some idealism models, for example, they might say, oh, there's mind, and then mind generates reality, but without really explaining how that actually occurs. So when I think of it explains physics, I think of like the mechanisms or the relationship between what we understand as fundamental physics, like quantum mechanics or quantum field theories, and the proposed metaphysical substrate.
Okay. So this criteria explains physics. So I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out on this one, It's reasonable to think that a good candidate theory for metaphysics, by serving as a sort of a foundational context, right, it can provide hints that might... So, for instance, when in quantum theory, there are many competing theories, right? Interpretations, rather, many competing interpretations of quantum theory. And I think it's plausible to think that, a good candidate theory would provide a clue as to which interpretation is more plausible, and in that way, it could pave the way to an integrative understanding of physics. And also, of course, there's going to be certain things that in the physical framework, even in a unified physical framework, are going to be, as far as the physical theory is concerned, brute facts, right? And those are going to need an explanation. And in that way, I think that certainly we would tick this box, like in terms of explaining how come, for instance, there is a quantum field, if that's what it turns out, if it all comes down to a quantum field, right? The question will ultimately remain, how come there's a quantum field, And in that respect, yes, a metaphysical theory of everything must explain why there is whatever physics reduces to, why is that the case, right?